Welcome to Amplify, highlighting the good across Polk County schools. I'm Tanya Ramirez, your host for Teacher Engagement. Today, we're discussing the topic of building a strong classroom culture. And I'm very excited to be with Mr. Andrei Mclachlan. Welcome. Can you introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Andrei Mclachlan. I am a fifth grade teacher at Winston Academy of Engineering. I've been teaching for 13 years, all at Winston. Um, and this is my first year in fifth grade, but 12 of those years were in fourth grade. So
Awesome. I taught fourth and fifth grade as well. That's cool. So we have you on today to talk about school culture and classroom culture. What is that to you, and why do you think having a classroom or a school culture is important to student success?
I think the culture in the classroom, to me, is one about creating an environment where students feel seen and safe. And then I think that creates the environment for them to be willing to learn. I think it's important because, uh, there's a new curriculum, there's new challenges, and, when you get to a new teacher, there are new expectations. But if you can make the student feel at ease, I think it creates that environment to where learning can take place.
And you kind of just answered that, where how do you want your students to feel in the classroom? And you said, safe, comfortable. How do you do that? What elements do you implement into your classroom, whether it be a routine or relationships or certain expectations? How do you create that culture in your room?
What I try to do, excuse me, have a little bit of a getting over that bug, but
Yeah.
what I try to do is I try to make, again, every student feel seen. And some of the things that we do is, of course, we have our partner groups. I usually do fours, and we do a lot of team building in the beginning. And for me personally, I tell stories that humanizes me, and to not create to kind of break that separation between the teacher and the student to the extent to where they can feel more comfortable with me.
Awesome. And how do your students contribute to that classroom culture?
So I think in the beginning of the class, we talk about each other, our class as a family. Like one time we would call ourselves the Mac Pack. They call me Mr. Mac for short. And everybody is accountable for everybody. So we talk about things like, if someone drops their tray at lunch, there's a reward at the beginning to for those who would help. And at first, they're doing it for the reward, but as time goes on, I can tell that it starts to become like, this is my classmate, and we're going to care about them. And so they participate in that way. Also, um, classroom jobs. Everybody feels, the ownership of the classroom, and there are rewards and consequences at times for the classroom being as I would like it. And sometimes if it's not so much, then they'll self-correct. They'll police each other.
Great. And what are some barriers that may prevent a student from feeling fully included in the classroom culture, maybe that you've noticed in the classroom that you've had to overcome?
Sometimes students are moving from another school. This is their first year at Winston. And at Winston, we have this, they've been kind of brought along, most of them from kindergarten all the way up through. So the culture of Winston is very tight, and all of the expectations are known by the students. And sometimes when a student is not familiar with the expectations or even the students, they can feel lonely. And sometimes when I realize that or I observe that, I'll sit with them at lunch. I'll make sure that they have a chair by me, and I'll make sure that whenever we're doing like think, pair, share, that I'll be their partner in case they're like a little shy. So they'll start feeling comfortable talking to me, and I'll use them as an example, like, oh man, something that such and such shared was really great. And class, here's what they shared. to kind of make them feel a part of.
That's great. I like that. And now if a teacher is, we got a new teacher that's struggling with classroom culture and they want to begin, what is something simple that they can implement in their classrooms tomorrow that can start building that culture?
Uh, I for me, I again I try to humanize myself. I know we have benchmarks and expectations, and we're trying to help them level up to achieve academically. And I think, of course, that is important. However, I feel like it's important um, to reach the person first, and then I believe that they'll want to excel because they believe that you want the best for them. So I would focus on creating that relationship one to one. Like um, in my class, in years past, and maybe this year as well, we have special handshakes for each student.
Oh, that's
And
cool.
yeah, so like for their awards banquet, every kid walks up and we have a different handshake for each
And
student.
do you have to remember each one?
Yes, I do.
Oh, wow.
We practice for a long time, so that's our special thing.
That's awesome. Um, well, this is great. Thank you so much for everything you're doing for your students. And I agree with you. If a student doesn't respect you and like you, they want to, build that relationship and they want to do well for you and they want to, make you proud of them and with those connections. So thank you for sharing that. Before I let you go, I just have one final question for you. I ask all the guests at the end, what was your favorite cartoon growing up?
Ooh. Um, I would probably say cartoon. I would say He-Man, which dates me, but I would say my favorite kid show would probably be Mr. Rogers.
Oh, all right. I love it. Well, thank you so much for talking. And Mr. Rogers fits with your strong classroom culture and treating everybody as you'd want to be treated. So that fits. Thank you so much for talking with me today. And for my guests, keep amplifying the good. Until next time, I'm Tanya Ramirez. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.